Hello everyone, I'm doing a Mario movie review today. We've waited quite a while for a proper adaptation for the Mario Bros, and finally Illumination did it. Now I know a lot of people wouldn't be expecting something too great from Illumination, and I know people were worried about them handling adapting this IP, and especially Chris Pratt voicing Mario, but I gotta say, it kind of works. And Illumination this time, they weren't that bad. And hell, they weren't even mediocre this one. This one was pretty enjoyable. Now, the voice casting was excellent. You got Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach. You got Chris Pratt as Mario. We got Charlie Day as Luigi. Great Luigi. And you got the amazing Jack Black as Bowser, and many more. Now, this one will definitely entertain for fans of the series, and it's a crazy, wacky plot. And if you follow the games, they pretty much do everything right. Almost. It's a pretty simple story with great humor. That movie made me laugh a lot, especially Jack Black's personality put it into Bowser, and the way the world was built was pretty interesting. The first act of the movie reminded me a little bit of Odyssey, just how the bros were in a normal world, and then they get sent to the Mushroom Kingdom and the Wacko world. They had some potential there with some of the characters' backstories, like with Princess Peach. And I felt they maybe could have explored it with a little bit more nuance, I guess. But they were at least subtle with it. They gave the idea that this will be explored later, because the movie kind of cuts itself off towards the end. It kind of makes me wishing that they had added a little extra 10 minutes. But this is Illumination we're talking about. At least they put an effort to give some nuanced backstory to some of these characters, like the Mario Bros and Princess Peach. And, I like that they tried. And with Illumination, you see nowadays they are trying to give heavier stories. At least I saw that with Sing 2. They tried it with the Lion Dude. And with this one, they kind of tried, but they mainly focus on making a fun film for the family. And that's all it is, and that's all it has to be. It doesn't have to be like a DreamWorks masterpiece. Of course, sometimes I think about it, if what would happen if DreamWorks did this instead of Illumination. They probably would have gone that route. But I think since the main focus of this movie was to make money and to give the audiences a good time, I think they did that right. They did that just fine. I think that's all this movie really had to be. A bunch of fun with a bunch of references. There were some musical notes that were pretty cool, like Luigi's cell phone having the GameCube little tune. I like that. There was some score in there that referenced the Mario themes a lot. There was some basic pop music and some of the other songs, like I Need a Hero, and some AC/DC in there too. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. They're just trying to entertain. I guess it's alright. Now here's another thing I gotta talk about. The critics. There's gonna be a divide with critics and audiences for this movie. I had to say, I don't really agree with the critics here. I feel like a lot of these critics probably maybe haven't played the Mario games. And I know some of them have, but some of them probably don't understand. The story will seem very strange to people who haven't played the Mario games. And when I try to think of watching this movie with perspective of someone who hasn't played the games, I see it as more as a wackier plot, I guess. That's still pretty fun. So when you go into this movie, don't listen to the critics. I don't think they understand that this is just supposed to be an adaptation of the Mario Bros. I know I wish I got something a little more out of it, but they tried it. There are a few other things that I liked about this. Some of the dynamics I liked were between the bros, like how Mario is the protective brother, and they had some emotional moments with that. Of course, there's not a lot of Luigi in this movie. You know, instead of Peach getting captured, like in all the games, this time Luigi gets captured. And I don't think we really have seen that in the games. As far as I know, we haven't. But, you know, I like the subversion that they're doing here. You know, it's pretty interesting. You know, Mario teaming up with Princess Peach, and, you know, it's just kind of they kind of play it out as an origin story for Mario, and I like that. Yeah, and another cool dynamic I like is with Mario and the Seth Rogen Donkey Kong. And everyone's seen on the trailers that Mario has to fight Donkey Kong. That fight was probably one of the most entertaining fights of the movie. And you know, they kind of beef it out a little bit, but after that, they kind of have this bromance after that. And I really liked that. I really liked how they gave us interesting character dynamics with characters that usually beef at first, I guess. I don't know, I like it. I felt like this time Illumination knew what they were doing with this IP, and I really appreciate that. So I gotta say, this movie gets a B-. Now, I have to say, I definitely would have preferred some more deepness in there, but I understand that you don't necessarily need that for a Mario movie. No one plays the games expecting some deep story, but I think this is just me wanting something deeper out of Illumination. Maybe in one of the future projects, they might focus on a better story, but at least with this one, they really focused on the fans of what they wanted, and they delivered that perfectly. They had many references in there. They had great comedy, great humor, and you know what? The plot was very simple. I gotta say, really enjoyable experience, great animation, just a fun time. Also, I have a favor for you guys. So, with Chase's Shadow Part 2 releasing a couple months ago, and with Part 1 releasing a couple years ago, I'd like you guys to leave a review for that movie and the comments for those videos. And I'll leave the link down below for both of those movies, so you guys can go review them too. And of course, leave your comments down below for this movie as well, and this video. So if you guys leave a review for Chase's Shadow Part 1 and 2, then I'll give a shout out to you guys in my next video. Yeah, so just leave your thoughts on those movies down below on their comments. And let me know if you guys liked it or not. And same with the other projects I have, I guess. I don't know, but mainly those two movies. And I will see you guys later again. Goodbye.